for us on this Saturday. One of my favorite parts of playing the Jimmy Show is, you know, like I said, he was from Pascagoula and I was from Belmont, and I make a lot of fun of where I come from, but I'm actually pretty proud of where I come from. And we got to sing this song every night. And I get to sing it with Kenny some. I'm going to go out to the Sphere and do a couple of shows with Kenny in June out there this year. We're going to sing this one out there too. This is a little bit of back where I come from. I'm really proud to be where you guys come from this evening. Into town where I was raised, the clock ticks and the cattle graze. Time passed with amazing grace. Back where I come from, you can lie on the riverbank, paint your name on the water tank, and discount all the beers you drank. Back where I come from, get back where I come from, where I'll be when it's said and done. And I'm as proud as anyone. That's where I come from. Learned in Sunday school who made the sunshine through. I know who made the moonshine too. Back where I come from, that's a fact. Blue eyes on a Saturday night, 10 legs in the broad daylight. TVs, they were black and white. Back where I come from, get back where I'll be when it's said and done. And I'm as proud as anyone. That's where I come from. Some say it's a backward place, narrow minds on the narrow way, but I make it a point to say that's where I come from. Yeah, that's where I come from, where I'll be when it's said and done. And I'm as proud as anyone. That's where I come. Back where Mississippi, and I'm as proud as anyone. That's where I come from. 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 Thank you much. It means a lot that some of you guys remember some of my old stuff. I will sing, and I look forward to playing. But in the absence of Jimmy, I just got to brag on the guy, because honestly, I would not be on this or any other stage if it weren't for Jimmy Buffett. He put me under his wing. He believed in me before I believed in myself. And in 2023. we had the privilege of working with him on his, what turns out to be his final record. And he worked so hard on this batch of songs, I can't not play you one of those before we go this evening. And I want you to think about it from the standpoint of a songwriter, because he was going through the hardest time he ever went through in his life, and he wrote this beautiful, positive message, not just for him, but to leave us all with. This is Bubbles Up. When this world starts a-reeling from that pressure drop feeling, we're just treading water these days. There's a way to feel better, be well set to weather the storm till the sun shines again. And when your compass is spinning and you're lost on the way, like a leaf in the wind, friend, hear me when I say, bubbles up, they will point you toward home. And no matter how deep and how far you roam, they will show you the surface, the plot and the purpose. So when the journey gets long, just know that you are loved. There is light up above, and joy, there's always enough. Bubbles up. Friends who are jolly when melancholy knocks, sometimes they let her in to sit and share stories of flops and of glories. It ain't half as bad as the bends. Sometimes living's a struggle, a multiplied double, but we love it too much for the party to end, and we're not gonna let the party end, I'll tell you that right now. Bubbles up, they will point you toward home. And no matter how deep and how far you roam, they will show you the surface, the plot and the purpose. So when the journey gets long, just know that you are loved. There is light up above, and joy, there's always enough. Bubbles up. Let's pop a cork for the rough and the right, and the bright blazing day, the sweet starry night. Bubbles up, they will point you toward home, no matter how deep and how far you go. They will show you the surface, the plot and the purpose. So when the journey gets long, just know that you are loved. There is light up above, and joy, there's always enough. Bubbles up. Bubbles up. Bubbles up, y'all. Thank you, Jimmy, for a hell of a song. I appreciate it. But I'm going to play. It's the first song I ever got to sing with Jimmy Buffett, and it's also the last song I got to sing with him. It's a beautiful bookend. I'm tickled that it worked out to be this one. This is first song of mine that he ever recorded. It has to do with doing your best at whatever you're doing. I realize it's easy for me to say you should do your best because I do my favorite thing on earth for a living. But when I wrote this song, I did not do my favorite thing on earth for a living. I was working on the highway in North Mississippi in July, putting down asphalt. It was 97 degrees. Nobody told me that. I wore Converse tennis shoes to my first day on the job. And I told anybody that would listen, which was nobody, this job sucks. But like most things, it's a teachable moment. And I learned something. I learned that even if you got a job that sucks, which a lot of people do, it's still important to do your best. Because at the very least, doing your best at a job that sucks is the shortest path to a job that sucks less.